Iran and Israel have been enemies for decades, but tensions have been especially high for the past 2 years. It began with the Hamas attack on Israel. Hamas is seen as an Iranian proxy. They attacked Israel on October 7, 2023. Israel retaliated by first punishing Hamas, then going after other Iranian proxies in the region, and then finally launching direct strikes on Iran. That happened last year, not once but twice. And these were the first ever direct attacks between Iran and Israel. Today marks the beginning of the third phase of this conflict. Israel's attack was bold, more precise, and more destructive than before. Israel deployed more than 200 aircraft for this operation. It claims to have struck more than 100 targets. It used more than 330 munitions of different kinds. Despite this scale, Prime Minister Netanyahu maintains that this is a targeted operation.
We struck at the heart of Iran's nuclear enrichment program. We struck at the heart of Iran's nuclear weaponization program. We targeted Iran's main enrichment facility in Natanz. We targeted Iran's leading nuclear scientists working on the Iranian bomb. We also struck at the heart of Iran's ballistic missile program.
Now, broadly, Israel targeted 3 pillars of Iran's establishment: its military command, its political leadership, and its nuclear program. These were the key targets. The first wave of strikes hit Iran's military elite. Israel hit deep inside Tehran. It attacked the offices of the IRGC. That's the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. It is one of the most powerful organizations in Iran. It is also the main defender of the regime. Israel targeted the IRGC and took out its leader, Major General Hossein Salami. He was appointed 6 years back. Salami was known for issuing dramatic threats to the US and Israel. Now he's dead. Israel also killed General Mohammad Bagheri. He was the chief of the Iranian armed forces. The third big casualty was Major General Gholam Ali Rashid. He was a deputy commander. He died along with his son. So Iran's military chain of command has been dealt a serious blow. The top leadership has been wiped out. Next, Israel targeted Ali Shamkhani. He was a close aide to Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei and a former national security official. This strike, you could say, was a message to Khamenei himself. Israel showed that it could eliminate the biggest of Iranian leaders in their homes. That covers the military and political leadership. But the biggest blow was aimed at Iran's nuclear program. Israel targeted multiple facilities where uranium was enriched. Now, uranium, as you would know, is a key fuel for a nuclear power plant and also a nuclear weapon. So an attack on an enrichment site would be an attack on the nuclear program itself. Israel's main target was Natanz. Explosions and fires were reported there. Natanz is Iran's most important enrichment site. It is located about 220 kilometers from Tehran. It produced the bulk of Iran's nuclear fuel and much of its near weapons-grade uranium, the same fuel that has brought Iran to the brink of a bomb. This site was hit multiple times. The IAEA is now monitoring the radiation at the scene. That's the International Atomic Energy Agency, the UN nuclear watchdog. 6 Iranian nuclear scientists have also been killed. And Iran's local media has confirmed this. 6 scientists killed. One of them led the country's atomic energy organization. Some reports say Israel also struck the Fordo nuclear site, but there's no confirmation yet. Fordo is Iran's second major enrichment plant, but it is built deep under a mountain. It is designed to survive strikes like these. Israelis did not spare Iran's missile factories either. These facilities are used to build and store ballistic missiles. Some of them have been destroyed. So how did Israel manage to hit so many targets simultaneously? It was clearly a carefully planned and coordinated operation. It involved Mossad agents on the ground. They were engaged in sabotage operations. Reports say Mossad agents disabled Iran's air defenses. They jammed the radars. They blinded Iranian surveillance. So by the time the Israeli jets came, Iran was blind and exposed. And these are serious losses for Tehran. Its nuclear program is damaged. Its military command is broken. Both have suffered heavy setbacks, not just in terms of infrastructure, but also the loss of leadership. More importantly, the regime has lost face. Israel has exposed the weaknesses in Iran's defenses yet again, and it says This operation against Tehran is not over yet.
First Post now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karj ho.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select the language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. First Post.